Hello everyone, welcome to the channel where today we will be discussing about how to be the author of your life. And to discuss this particular topic, I have a beautiful friend of mine. Her name is Meera, and she's from Kenya, that is East Africa. And I just came to know about this today, just now only. And there are a lot many things that we would be discussing, and how she turned around her life and how she helps people do it, because she is an NLP coach. She's also a volunteer and she helps cancer patients and support them in different ways. So we'll be hearing more about that as well. So without further ado, let me just welcome Meera. Hi Meera.
Hi there.
Hi, welcome to our channel and welcome to the series that is Human Kiwi with Peshu. So Meera, it's wonderful to know you that you are doing so many things, and how you just got into these things. Like, when did you become an NLP coach? How your life is going right now, and what how do you volunteer to support these cancer patients? We would like to know these things from you. So just tell us and tell our audience how it is like.
First of all, thanks so much, Beshu, for having me on your show. I feel really privileged to be on your show. And it's an amazing thing that you're doing. So thank you so much. So my life actually turned around 3 years ago. I was actually a homemaker and looking after my son. So I have a 15-year-old son, and that was what I was doing. I was literally just a homemaker. And I did not have a purpose in life. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know where I was heading in terms of direction, and I really needed a push. And so 3 years ago I decided to actually become an NLP coach. I thought that I might just get a purpose from there, so
Yes.
I enrolled in a course. But at that time, sometimes things don't really register very fast. So
Yeah.
it took a while. Like, I did do the course and everything, and then it just, a lot of the things didn't really gel well with me. So I didn't quite understand NLP that well as I understand it right now. And it was like, I actually found a purpose because I wanted to add value. And a
Yes.
way to add value was to do an NLP and also, become a volunteer counselor with a cancer support group, which I'm part of once a week. So
Okay.
I actually started NLP with cancer patients, and
Wow.
it was such a fulfilling experience for me, because one of my patients was a 17-year-old boy who was actually wheelchair bound and could not walk, and he'd actually lost the will to live.
Okay.
So once I started doing NLP with him, and I also gave him a gratitude journal, which I use by myself as well every single day. I think gratitude is the way to go.
Yes.
So when he started using the gratitude journal, it actually uplifted his spirits. And he now has the will to live. He has started walking unaided completely. And, he's enjoying his life. And I'm extremely, extremely happy for him, because he was a guy who wouldn't even smile at me when I'd say hello to him. So it's so nice to see, that like he's actually living such a nice, fulfilling, satisfying life, and he has the will to live. He didn't
Wow.
give up. He actually wanted to take his own life. So he was
Okay.
on the verge of that. So when you see that you can add value into other people's lives, and they can turn their lives around and give meaning to their own lives, it's very, very fulfilling and satisfying for me. And I found my purpose then, and I said, no, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add value into people's lives. This is my purpose. I want to have a life of meaning. I want to do something for myself, because my life actually revolved around my husband, my home, and my child. And for
Okay.
me, that was not me, that was somebody else.
Yeah,
So
something was
it, sorry?
something was missing from your life.
Definitely, definitely. But I didn't know what was missing. I was actually very lost. and I
Okay.
didn't have a direction in my life. So this actually gave me a purpose. So I'm very, very happy doing what I'm doing. And if I can put at least a smile on one person's sort of face, it's like it means the world to me. So yeah, that's how it started.
Wow, that's a very easy rule to feel successful. Like even if one person smiles because of you, you are done. Like you are sorted. So that
Yeah.
really makes a lot of difference, because a lot of people believe that you have to just change the entire world. You have to do so much to be successful, and to feel that success just with one person, it's hard for other people. So I really love your rule there. And sorry, I forgot to mention that Meera is an author of a beautiful book, How to Be the Author of Your Life. So today we are going to discuss more about this book. But before that, so how is your, what was that turning point that made you to take all the ship? Like how you became the author of your life? Like what made you to become the author of your life?
So I was actually in a very, very dark space. I did not see any light at the end of the tunnel. And it is a place where I don't want anybody to be honest, because it's a very, very fearful place. And I used to operate from a space of fear than a space of courage.
Okay.
So I actually didn't know who I was anymore. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know who I wanted to be. I didn't know who I was anymore. And it was very, very frightening, very, very fearful. And I wanted to get out really badly. And I knew that there was nobody else who could help me but myself.
Yeah.
And that was now taking responsibility of my life, of my choices, of my decisions, and also being accountable for wherever I had my life lessons in terms of mistakes. So I think that was the beginning for me where I said, you know what, enough is enough. I need to now take the reins of my life in my own hands and become
Yeah.
the author of my life and live the way I want to live. And that was it. That was like the best decision I ever made.
So how long did it take to you to realize that now it's time to take the charge? So how long did you take to realize this?
Wow, it took about a year actually because I was in a place where the confusion was so bad. I just didn't know where I was going. I was like a headless chicken, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Who do I want to be? And I said, no, 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 no. You know what? You need to sit down and really think about what you want. And
Yes.
I actually started writing down whatever life I want, who I want to be, what is my purpose, you know, whatever direction do I want to go in. And this was it, you know, it just made me feel like, okay, now I really need to think about myself and what I want.
Yes.
And that was it. I think it was like a light bulb moment. It said, okay, you know what? Put it to pen and paper and start writing down what you really want to do, you know. But it was
Yes.
very exciting, obviously very scary at the same time,
Yes.
because you don't know what's going to happen the next minute, the next hour, the next day. But you know, you just take it as it comes. And
Yes.
the other thing is, life is always full of nice, good surprises. So you know what? Just be ready for whatever comes your way.
So, who was the person like you used to look up to, like when you were in your darker times, and then you decided, okay, I want to come out of it. So, was there anyone like who really motivated you or inspired you, or was there someone you used to look up to, like I want to be like this person, or this person could really help me? Like when I was in this phase, I could not find a one person, so I used to search so many people at this side, that side, and it was very really hard to find someone like this. So who turned your life around?
So I actually had a couple of people. One of them is Tony Robbins. I absolutely love him. The second person, and I love his stories, is Gaur Gopal Das. I think he's a phenomenal person, and his stories are even more phenomenal. He's always got humor in his stories, so which is really really nice. So these are the two main people, and it's like when I actually started watching them, their videos, on YouTube and things like that, I was like, okay, you know what? I want to make a difference as well. I want to add value, but I want to do it as Meera,
Yes.
not as Tony Robbins or not as Gaur Gopal Das. I want to do it as Meera. So how can I do it? And that's how the whole idea came up.
Wow, that's a wonderful statement that you made, that you want to do it as yourself and not imitating someone else. Okay, so we all get inspired and we want to be someone like, to be like someone like, oh, this person is doing this, so I'll also start doing this because this person is successful in this particular field. And what we feel is, because if we can do it, yeah, we can also do it. And then we start the journey, and in the middle we feel, oh, this is not me. Like, I don't, I started, but now I'm not feeling in my place. So that's an important lesson to learn at the beginning itself. Like, whenever we do any course or learning, we should always have this in mind. Like, we should not lose ourselves in the process of making a difference. So that's a great learning. And tell us more about your book. What is it about, and when did you decide to become an author, and how long it took you to become one?
So basically, I'll start off with I used to love drama in school. So I
Wow.
used to love being on stage, but I hardly got the opportunity to showcase who I was as somebody else on
It's humble
stage.
of you to accept this particular thing. Okay.
So I got an opportunity to actually join one of my friends. He had a production house, and they used to produce all these English comedies locally. And I got a chance to be on stage about 18 years, more than 18 years ago.
Wow.
So it was actually the beginning for me to be on stage and be somebody else. And just that feeling of being different people with different emotions, being in different situations was just so like, the adrenaline rush was just at another level. And
Yeah.
I loved being there. And, every time I wouldn't get laughs, I'll be like, I didn't get a laugh. Now I'm going to work harder and I'm going to make sure I get a laugh.
Wow.
So it was very, very nice for me to be on stage and be somebody else. And from then, I actually thought that I would like to write maybe a sitcom, but the idea of a book, no, that never went through my mind at all until recently. It was all about writing a sitcom, which is really, really funny and,
Yeah.
just sort of make people laugh and enjoy. And then I met Mitesh and Indu Khatri, who are also my mentors and my coaches. And they said, you know what, write a book. And I say, what? No, 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 no. This is not possible. I cannot write a book. And I said, yes, I would like to one day, but this is not the right time.
Yeah.
And Mitesh actually told me, you know what, forget it. I'm not listening to any excuses. You write the book and get it over and done with. And I
Yes.
said, okay, fine. So I started writing the book. And, the content just wouldn't come to me. It's like I really had to think. And I was thinking, seriously, what sort of, what am I going to write in this? Yeah. And
Yes.
it's like one page would literally take me 2 days. And then I was like, no, 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 this thing is not working. So I had already gone halfway. It had taken me about 2 months to write the first half of the book. And I said, you know what, scrape it off. I don't like this. Then I said, you know what, get your head straight. And I actually managed to finish the book within 6 weeks. I wrote
Wow.
the book. Yeah. So I wrote the book, and obviously there were ups and downs even with the publishers because I had to change 3 project managers.
Oh.
Um, so it was a bit tasking, but at the end of it all that ends well,
Yeah.
everything just ended well.
Yes.
And yeah, I managed to actually publish my book, and that's the cover of my book.
Yes. Yes. We can see it now.
Yeah.
So, how to be the author of your life? Wonderful title. So, Can you just tell us what this title is about? Why this particular title?
So basically, sometimes what happens is we give the reins of our lives to people, to situations, whether it's family, friends, whoever it is. We actually allow people to direct our life. And this was one of the things I actually found, that it actually confuses you. You don't really understand what you want in your life, who you want to be, whatever direction or purpose you have in life. And that's the reason why I said I think this would be a perfect name for my book, because sometimes we don't even realize until it's too late that we've actually given our power away, whether it's to situation or people. And I decided that, no, I'm going to decide what sort of a life I want to live, what sort of tools I'm going to use in order for me to sort of lead the life that I'm leading right now. So help me have a course in life, have a direction in life of how I want to be and who I want to be. So I actually started writing down all the tools that help me to become who I am today.
Wow.
And one of the biggest purposes in my life is to become a better version of myself every single day of my life. It doesn't matter how big or small it is, but that small progress actually leads a very long way.
Yes.
So it's all about small changes, making small changes every single day, become a better version of yourself. And you would never know, what you leave, like what you can leave behind as a legacy for whoever's behind you. So, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So anyone who's going to read your book, what that person is, going to take away with him or her.
So basically, it's all tools that can help you lead a better life, and
Okay.
things that have helped me basically personally. And one of the best things that I did was started writing a gratitude journal,
Wow.
because we always focus on things that we don't have,
Yes.
but we never express gratitude and appreciate what we have. So this was one of the biggest lessons in my life. And this is something that my book actually starts with that. The first chapter starts with gratitude.
Wow.
And
That's
yeah,
something
these
that
are things, yeah.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. So that's something like we discussed last week also. It was, entirely on gratitude. And I guess like there are some signs which is directing the channel towards, following this gratitude and asking people to really start working on this. And there's one amazing thing I just now realized that when you said like, there are other people controlling our direction, our life. So I always used to think this happens only in some parts of the world, like India and other regions. Now, hearing it from you, it was like, oh, it is the same everywhere. I used to think it's just specific to some regions.
No, it's all around the world. But I mean, I would not blame any situation or any people, because
Yes,
we ourselves as individuals are actually responsible for our lives. But it's just that we allow certain things to take over. And this was one of the things I learned, that you've got to be who you are. People will
yes,
always tell you, do this, do that. But sometimes, when it's not the right time, it's not going to happen.
yeah,
Like for me, it wasn't the right time. And
yeah,
I think when I was in the darkest moments 3 years ago, it was time to make a shift. And that
yes.
just happened.
Awesome, that's wonderful. So tell us about how your day or your work life now looks like after 3 years that you have made all the changes, you have used all the tools that you have mentioned in the book. So how does your life look like today?
So basically, my morning starts with gratitude, meditation, exercise, eating the right foods, because now I'm concentrating on also becoming healthy as well. And like Mitesh said, we have to balance all four areas of our life, right? So, in fact, that balance wasn't even there before. So, eating the right foods, exercising, reading, affirmation, like, reading affirmations, writing affirmations. So, it all starts with that. And
Mhm.
then obviously, I've got my work. I'm also an entrepreneur. I make homemade chili sauce as well, which I sell.
Wow.
So, yeah, so I do that. And then I have my lessons as well on coaching. So, we do have a lot of work we have to do on our own. So, which we do. Then, obviously, I have clients who come home for coaching as well. So,
Wow.
I also work with clients at home. And I also do virtual coaching too. And yeah, once a week, like I said, with the cancer care support group, I go and support the cancer patients as well. So a lot of my day goes into that, and obviously I've got a 15-year-old teenager who's now going to be giving his final exams in May. So now it's like, Mom, I want to eat this. Mom, I want to eat that. So it's like you're busy in the kitchen making whatever he likes because right now the stress levels are very high.
Yeah.
So a lot of my times actually go with that. And obviously, there's socializing with friends, family. And I also watch a lot of YouTube videos as well, which are very inspiring, which I do share as well. So these are some of the things of how my day goes about. I also love traveling as well. I love being out in nature. I love watching animals. I love being by the beach. So there are a lot of things that I love doing. And obviously, being a drama queen on stage. So that's one of my passions.
Wow. So, how does this support group that you talked about, that you volunteer for, this actually helps cancer patients? Like, what kind of support you guys provide?
So there are different divisions. So one is to do with health and nutrition. The other
Mm-hmm.
support part is also giving that support through counseling as well.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes a lot of these patients actually have lost the will to live.
Yes.
So, one of the things that, like I said, with my patient that helped him was writing the gratitude journal. And then obviously, we've got this Ho'oponopono, we've got EFT, emotional freedom technique that we use. So, it's all about tapping and working on your negative emotions because your emotional frequency is very, very important. We both know that.
Yeah.
So it all starts with sort of heightening your emotional frequency and being on very high vibrations. And, I also encourage them to do activities that they love doing, whether it's reading, the other thing is also grounding themselves is very, very important. So walking on grass, bare feet, actually helps them get grounded and also with the emotional frequency as well, because they're very, very strong positive vibrations coming through Mother Earth. So these are some of the techniques that I actually use on them. And it's actually helped them, like even meditation as well, because I also meditate myself. So these are some of the techniques I use with them, and I've actually seen tremendous amount of like progress when it comes to them healing. Because like Louis Hay says, you can heal your own life. So I believe in that. I totally believe in that. And our subconscious mind is actually very, very strong. So we can heal ourselves for sure.
So I would like to ask one thing here. It might not be the case that with all these techniques, the people is completely cured out of cancer, or they are just the cancer just goes away it's like anything. But the attitude towards that disease, towards life changes, right?
Definitely, definitely. I was actually watching a YouTube video of this lady. I don't know whether you've heard of her. Her name is Nightbird. She actually appeared on America's Got Talent,
Okay.
and she had cancer in three places, from what she had said, and she passed away recently. But there is one thing that is stuck in my mind, which she said. And she actually said she had a 2% chance of survival. And 2% is not 0%. So a lot of people do not actually understand that even that 2% makes a huge difference in your life. with the sort of mindset and attitude you have, it can make, it can actually just make your life into something else, much more wonderful. And the way you see things and everything just changes. Everything just changes. And the other thing that she said is you cannot wait. Um, she had made a statement which I don't quite remember the exact words, but she actually said you cannot wait to become happy. You've got to be happy in the present moment.
Yes.
So a lot of us people think that, oh, if I get this, I'll be happy, or if I'll be with someone, I'll be happy. It's not that way. You can be happy right now, and you need to live in the now. So these are one of the lessons I also learned from her.
Wow, that's awesome. So, if anyone wants to grab your book, where they can get your book from, and how people can connect with you for any of the services that you provide.
Okay, so basically, my book is available on Amazon worldwide, also on Flipkart, and also on Google as well. And
Okay,
if they'd like to get in touch with me for my services, then on Facebook and on Instagram, I'm on Shine Bright. So you can look me up.
so
So, yeah.
is this the spelling?
Yeah, but with a space in between Shine and Bright.
Okay, so people just search with a space between shine and bright, so it's like shine bright. Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing that. I believe that a lot of people will get help and support from you, and they can they can directly get connected to you. And the book is awesome, guys. You should go out and read it and really take charge of your life, because it's not just about waiting for someone else to come and inspire and motivate you and take you out. Sometimes there is no one around, and you have to step out of the darkness that you are in, and you have no other option than that. Like, either you just stay there, and you have to move out. So I guess moving out is a better option rather than just staying in that particular place. So just take charge, grab this book, How to Be the Author of Your Life. And if you want to write one book, I'm an author coach, and I am doing a session tomorrow as well. Like every Saturdays, I do a session. So join me with that session. I'll be giving the link in the description of the WhatsApp group, which is free. So we can discuss about how you can, really figure out your book, how you can publish it yourself, and how you can make change in the world. Because book is something which is like leaving a legacy behind you, and even when you are not there, that book will be there. And it can inspire anyone, even if it inspires one person, as Meera said. That makes a lot of difference. That makes a huge difference, because you are changing one life, which in turn will change others. Okay, Meera. So towards the end of the session, as we discussed, what's your happy song? So since we are on Human Creed platform, I always like to end up the video with a happy song. So what's your happy song?
So my happy song, sorry about that. My happy song is actually "What Is Love." It's by Hadaway.
Uh,
It's a song that I listen to every single day.
okay,
But yeah, sorry.
can you sing it for us? Just two lines.
Oh wow, that's gonna be a difficult one.
That's my favorite part of the interview.
So it goes like, "What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Baby, don't hurt me." And then I can't remember the rest of it.
Awesome. So I guess you should share the link with me so that I can put it in the description and people can go out and check, because I also don't know about this song. I would love to hear this one. But thank you for being a sport and just singing the line that you remember. So what is the one message that you would like to give our audience?
Live in now. This is
Oh,
it. Don't live in the future. Don't live in the past. Live in the present moment, because these are moments you'll never ever get back again. Enjoy each and every person, moment, experiences, situations, everything with a smiling face. And that's how you live your life. You live only once, so live amazingly well with 100%, putting your 100% into it and live in the now. That's it.
wow, that's awesome. Thank you for being on Human Giri. Thank you for on our channel, and sharing so much love and sharing so much details about your book, about your life, about your journey. That was wonderful having you here. Thank you. And for others, we will be giving all the descriptions in the description or the comment section, so you can just take the links from there and can reach out to us. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye bye. See you on another video.
Thanks a lot. Take care. Thank